You hit play.
What? Ask me what?
Never mind.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Good afternoon and welcome to March 23rd, 2022. We're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, but your cash or credit does not matter. Low risk, high reward is the opportunity, and you have an opportunity to get your questions answered. Today's topic is why I don't use assignment contracts. So we'll answer that question later on. If you want to join us, you can text the word Gator to this number, 205-964-5243. That's 205-964-5243. We'll put you on the live stream. You can only have your own personal seminar with us. I got to send Kelly the link here. I'm sorry, guys. Where's Kelly? There she go. But anyway, yeah, text the word Gator. You want to partner with me? If you got me set up good here, text 5050 to the number. You can partner with us on houses. Here are the instructions on land. We're really pushing that, and you're gonna thank me later on that. Text the word raw, R-A-W. What we're missing over here? This contract, been giving it away, using it myself since 2003. Giving it away for free, still giving it away for free. You want your access to it, text the word contract to the number 205-964-5243. Mud, that's what I'm looking for. This is to help you talk the talk when you're dealing with landowners, also how to find deals, how to build lists for land properties. So do we have... I think we had any questions?
I don't have any.
Okay, if you don't, I keep going. Buyers, if you need to build a buyer's list and pretty much anywhere of any decent size, text the word buyers to this number, 205-964-5243. Text the word buyers to 205-964-5243. Text messaging is one of the best ways to try to generate leads, especially on land. The response rate is ridiculous. Text the word text if you want to learn how to do that the proper way to stay legal. Text the word text to this number, 205-964-5243. Still partnering on apartment buildings, if I can find it. This video right here will show you how to target those. If you text the word DOE, D-O-E, that's for apartment builders and how to evaluate those in that video there. So
What's the title?
the title is Why I Don't Use Assignment Contracts. Didn't say I don't assign contracts, but why I don't use assignment contracts.
Hello.
Yo, what's happening?
You know how it is. Hump day.
Oh, we're live.
Hey.
We're live. I'm sorry, I forgot. We're live.
Thank you.
What it is since we started adding LinkedIn, you have to get inside of a window to join. I mean to keep it going. And so I forgot to text you in the window and whatever. So we was like only a minute from the window closing on it. So sorry, but you good. You good. So if you didn't know, this is Kelly. She's our investor / broker. So she gives a different insight on things compared to me. And so she's here to offer her opinion and her factual opinion, as they say, on the matters of real estate investing. So hello, Kelly.
Hello.
All right.
All
So
right.
we should have some questions now.
Everyone from YouTube is just saying hello. Someone asked for the phone number again. It is 205-964-5243. If you're watching on YouTube, it should be going across your screen right now on the ticker, and he's holding it up. Vaughn Whitley, he said, "Where do I start?"
Oh, you start
In the beginning.
in the beginning. There was water, there was rain, and there were plants. Hey, man, you started. Starts with your foundation. That's educating yourself, right? And guess what will magically happen if you educate yourself? You will know what to do. You're fortunate. Everything you need to know is right here on my YouTube channel. There's plenty of other content out there, such as Kelly's Instagram and her TikToks. It's informative also. But everything you need to know is right here. So appreciate you joining us. But you've started. Start with educating yourself first. If you got a little secret for you, if you want to succeed at anything, you increase your chances of succeeding by simply knowing what to do. So you started trying to educate yourself. Boom.
I got a question for you, Tyler. That ties into that question. How many times, even to this day, do you feel like you learned something new in this business that you never knew before, and you feel like you're starting all over again?
Well, wow, probably not every day, but well, let me just say this: like doing these lives, people will say things, and that's one of the reasons I like doing it, that I've never even thought about, and they may be new to this, and I never thought about it in that way, or they made me think about something in a different way that I haven't thought about. But especially dealing with individuals like yourself, just I like to, I like to assume all of us like to do this. Like to try to surround yourself with people that you that are smarter than you. I'm filled with a room of individuals that are smarter than me, right? So, hey, just get them a test, give it with, and they'll show you. But anyway, but yeah, so now, like, I'm hit heavy sometimes with stuff when you're in the business, and then stuff that you may have ignored, like with the land thing. That's why I've been pushing it so hard. I push it because it's plenty out there for everybody, and some of it may filter back to me because I'm helping someone else or whatever. But just like that 30-minute conversation I had with this lady or whatever, just changed my whole outlook on that, right? And it's just been totally positive since going in that direction. As far as it's so positive, can't even handle it just with the little stuff I have put in play on it. And I can really throw some serious fire on it, meaning marketing, but trying to put the parts in place to make sure it can be handled or whatever, to be able to take advantage of opportunities that seem to be, seem to be, that are endless. And that's why I'm pushing it to anyone. A lot of people probably not listening or whatever, but I'm pushing it to you. I'm telling you, you got to get in that side of the game, because the response rate with all the stuff that we normally do is higher. The competition is, as of today, there's a lot less competition. And in my opinion, just from my experience with dealing with both, it's easier to virtual wholesale targeting land. So just using that as an example on how it's just opening my eyes. So on just a daily basis, I dab in all types of information, just, frivolous stuff but it's amazing to me or whatever. Like one of the channels that I love on YouTube is, I think it's CNBC's and they just have this all kind of just off the wall business things that you didn't never think about or whatever. Why does the trains in the why don't we have high speed rail in the U.S.? You know, just something as simple as that, and just why don't so let me give you another. Why does did you know Amazon it offers is a logistics company also, meaning they offer, you know, to find loads for truckers and stuff. Just stuff like that. Stuff like that amazing. Just tons of stuff on Tesla and electric vehicles, which I want one. There's just so many options out there. I got to get my mind to the point where I can be patient enough to wait on one, because it's not like you can walk onto a lot and purchase one. So just stuff like that. So I'm always consuming stuff that's not like normally like not even real estate related, that, you know, I'm always looking for sometimes opportunities or whatever, but a lot of times just educate myself on things that I didn't know, you know, which is most stuff, you know. So I don't know if I answered the question or not. Again, I got to get past the part of waiting on the vehicle. Like I went up there to Ford and checked on their that Mustang Mark 8 or whatever it's called, or Mark 8 or whatever. They say it's 12 months. You know, I would like to get the new Hummer when it comes out, huh? Yeah, they make an electric vehicle Hummer. That's all it's gonna be, huh? Oh, it's bad. I would like to get it, but it's a year to wait to get it or whatever. At least
you can get a Tesla right now, but
I think I've gotten beyond the Tesla. It's just gonna be too many. There's gonna be too many options or whatever. Yeah, it's
I love
then you got Rivian, you know, the truck
just came out.
So
Rivian.
but anyway, I know they ain't here to talk about electric vehicles.
Yeah,
But
don't
I won't be
care
one. We gonna start
nothing
doing
about it.
I won't be one of those Hummers.
You should
Somebody
buy
got one?
stock. Buy stock in
one.
the batteries. Buy
Huh?
stock in the batteries to pay for it.
Start buying what?
Buy stock the electric batteries in
Oh yeah,
That's
battery companies, yeah. That's gonna be all over the board. Yeah. So anyway,
All right, we got someone in the chat. Hold on, let me take this off. I'm about to add you, Renji.
Renji.
Hello.
Hi.
No,
We can't hear you.
It's probably says that.
Yeah. Take your headset off and make sure your sound is on.
Yeah, he can hear us.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better?
Yes,
Can
thank
hear
you.
me? Huh?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
me? You can hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yes, I got my first contract. Finally got my first contract, and I'm having a problem with. Yeah, thank you. I'm having a problem with it, and the problem is that it's boarded up, and it's been boarded up for many years. I didn't know after I found it's been boarded up for about 10 years. Everybody wants to see the inside. I mean, the outside looks okay, but they want to see the inside, and I can't seem to move it. So, what would you be the best suggestion? What can I do with that?
So
That situation.
what's the reasoning on why the boards can't come off? Because I've dealt with that before. I just want to.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to. It was something with the ordinance. The ordinance. They closed. They shut it down. They secured it. And on top of that, I have a lot right next to it that goes with the price, and it's not really priced really expensively. I try to be very reasonable with the price because the owner wants $20,000 for it. And I just went the highest I went is 30, and that's negotiable. I just want to make something off it. I just want to go through this process the first time, you know, and so I'm not looking for a lot of money for it. So I'm like stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's something with the ordinance. They had it boarded for 10 years, and I'm supposed to meet with the people on tomorrow and see if they could open it up and let me at least take pictures. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know yet. They gotta see if that's be able, because I think the owner said it should be torn down. So I mean, it's probably condemned or something like that. So that's why I'm asking the question. I'm glad I could catch you to ask this question, so I could even know what a plan B if that don't work tomorrow.
Well, what's the ARV on it?
59,000.
You got it for 30?
No, I got it for 20, but I'm only if I can make it 5 or 30. Yeah, trying to wholesale for 30, but I'll take 25. Yeah, I do. I was thinking that.
Well, I say it may be tight. We don't know if it's tight or not because we can't see the inside of it. Regardless, if the owner is okay with you removing the board,
the board, the board.
Screw what the city thinks, because you're gonna put them back on every time they take it off. They got to be put back on.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's whoever understands that, and you can explain that to the seller. Sometimes they still won't do it because I don't know if I lost the deal. She got a better offer, but I was going to do the deal without seeing the inside of it just because of this was recent. Just without even seeing the inside of it, because where it was located and the price she gave, I don't care because even with it torn down, it's worth more than what she's asking. So, but normally. You got to see the inside. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's what I thought. I was no getting around that. Because everybody, that's the same question everybody asks. But the thing is that I want to try to renegotiate that price. I think he asked us for too much. I mean, I took it because.
I think so too.
I think
no one has been on the inside of it in 10 years. They deteriorate really fast when there's no activity. I would love to see, but it may be a YouTube video on there to explain why that happens or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so you're gonna have to just get the okay from the seller, and we're gonna remove these boards. We're gonna put them back on.
Right. Because I just want to take pictures. If I can go in there, if it's not really that damaged inside, I don't know. You said 10 years, it might be really dry. It might be dry rot. You're right. It might be. He said it should come down. He said that. Whoever gets it should tear it down, so it might be really that bad, huh?
I'm asking my.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me? What do I think?
Yeah.
Well, if you have it under contract for 20 and the ARV is 50, I mean it's already over. I mean you will have to negotiate. I always just go land cost, and even with that.
He got the lot right next to it too, so that's why I thought it might be a good deal because it got the lot too goes with it. It's that property and a lot size altogether 5,000 something square feet. So
what type of activity is going on in that particular neighborhood to only make it 50,000? Is there any new construction?
59,000. It's in the R3. It's in R. I don't know what R3 means, but it's in some zone. Like I said, I took a chance with it because I got in contact with the owner. I want to see what I can do. It's my first contract, so just to get the contract, I'm willing to take it. It's not. It might not be in the best part of the town, but it's not in the definite war zone area. So I mean, it's a kind of probably the houses is not that good over there. About 59. Like I said, 59 is the ARV on this.
So you're gonna have to go in there and you're gonna have to sell them why that house is not worth 20, right? You're gonna have to go into that house and you're gonna pick everything apart. There is nothing in that house that you are gonna be able to work with. That's the mindset you gotta come into it.
Yeah.
You as like a salesperson right now. You're gonna go in there and take a measuring tape with you. Even if you don't know what you're measuring, like take a measuring tape with you, start measuring stuff and start stuff like, you just go in there and like basically say, and even if you don't know what you don't even have to know what it's measuring for, right? You need to go ahead and set the scene that this property is going to need way more work than you've ever thought. And then talk about a new price.
All right.
I'm gonna ask her a question. So how many What's the over and under on the ums?
Is the you know, I don't want to tell you right now, but it's kind of like when you go to the doctor's office, right? Don't want to talk about that right now, but let me run some more tests and see how that comes out for you, right? You want to use that same philosophy when you walk into that house tomorrow. You want to say, actually, your blood pressure is really high. You probably didn't know this, but let me look around a little bit more, do some more tests, and tell you why. Right? That's the kind of philosophy you want to take when you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely take pictures. I'm gonna take I'm taking a video of everything as far as I can walk in this house and take videos of everything. So this way I could actually ooh and ah at the right time. You know what I'm saying about the property, because I don't know why it's locked up. I don't know what's inside. He said we should tear it down, but I just took the contract because it was a property, you know. So I'm having a little problem, but I'm gonna try to go around it. And if it doesn't work, at least it was an experience with that type of property.
Sure.
You know,
if the new price doesn't embarrass you, you probably don't have them at the right price yet. So
no, what happened was that after I saw the property and everything, he called that price out. I thought it was very reasonable. I didn't challenge it none, but I am going to do that. It's going to be kind of low, and I'm going to see what he says, because I think he's asking for too much. But like I said, what made it a little better was that lot right next to it. Is I wish I could give you. I have the thing, but I don't know how to send it to you. I wouldn't be able to send it to you. Oh, maybe I could. I can send it to 209. You know the number. You think I can send you the contract? Not the contract, the property, so you can look at it.
You want to text it to Flip?
To Flip, man.
Yeah.
I'll text it to you, and so you can look at it and look at. But it's like I said, the only thing is we can't get inside. So I will definitely do that, and maybe I can do it now. I don't know, unless you got somebody to put on the next in the queue. So if you're gonna do that,
just reach out to him. Just reference that you came on the live stream, and gotta let you know what we think.
All right, so I'm gonna send it to the flip man number. All right, is that good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
All right, my man.
All right. Thank you for your advice. Thank you. All right. Okay. Bye bye.
Right, join us again.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
It worked. Laugh of the day.
That was funny.
I was asking you how many. What's the minimum? What's the maximum amount of ums you can do?
The maximum amount? Well, maybe we're gonna say about one a room. One a room. Because every room has something to.
I'll change it up.
Change it up. You don't know what to measure.
Hey, you be doing like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I was really hoping I didn't see that. Man, I was hoping that didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right, we got a question on TikTok. When you was holding up those cards, they was asking, do I take each word separately, or can I just?
Oh yeah, good question. Brilliant question. In order to get the response, you got it in a. We got some places.
Eating sushi.
I'm talking about we at Chinese place, huh? Hey, I ain't gonna do
you gotta do this.
I'm gonna spill this over in my laptop.
Let me move the camera so they can see.
Move the camera. Oh, that's good right there.
So y'all can see.
Oh, that's good right there. Just ain't hot enough.
And tell them what you drinking, because that's not.
Hey, in the famous words of Mister, ain't cold enough, ain't hot enough.
We had to get him some green tea because y'all know he be
hard
sleeping.
to burn his mouth up. So anyway, oh yeah, you moved it. Oh, you tried to follow me.
We saw it.
Hey, I'm trying to get out the camera. You trying to put me in the camera. Oh, but anyway, so what were we talking about?
When they text those words.
Oh yeah, you got to text the words separately. None of your emojis. No, if you got a signature on your text, what you call it, on your text message, it ain't gonna send you back nothing. It just needs to be the word by itself, exactly how you see it when I hold it up. So by itself, single word, yeah.
All right, this is another question on TikTok. I'm just getting started. Wholesaling. How do I get into land?
Huh?
How do they get into land? They just
Are they
started.
getting in? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see.
I need actually something right here. You know what I'm saying? I even got another desk I could put this on right here, so it won't be on the card. We got some what would you call them things?
This is our most all over the place show ever.
Hey, mud. You got to swill it back. And so text the word MUD. That'll get you started on land right there.
Okay. Let me go back up to
There
the
you
top. YouTube. Look.
I want some now. I'm like, what kind of green tea is that? It got some. What is in it? Honey.
Hey, oh yeah, that's good right there, Jessica.
Okay, let me go back up to the
It's
top.
better than me drinking that root beer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all for health. Can't you tell?
Here we go. Here we go with that. All right. Let's see. This one came from Big Sip. He said, "What's up, Footman? I'm struggling with Signal Wire, trying to set up my campaign. Any suggestions? Because I keep getting rejected for the words I use."
Oh, that's a competing company. Sound like I don't know nothing about them.
Okay.
You need to get with the program, man. Text the word text for all your text messaging solutions. Text the word text. Follow the instructions in that video. I don't know anything about a Signal. Right? First time me hearing about that.
We don't know
that
them.
outfit.
Okay.
You were saying singular.
This one says, they said, "Hey, I just tried to call you." Y'all don't do that. I have deals in Southern California. I work for an investment brokerage. We buy rehab properties and sell off market. We have 40 to 50 deals a month. So he wants to do some deals with you.
Oh, send them my way too. I have some realtors in SoCal that are always looking for stuff.
What number did you try to call?
Yeah, what number did you call?
What number did you call? The 205 number, 696-45243. That's not a actual phone number that you could talk on. It's just for texting, just a marketing number. But just text me in reference. You say real estate bang.
Mm-hmm.
Just reference that what you just said here. I'll reach out to you.
Okay. This one says, should we still use the ARV if the house doesn't need repairs?
Yeah. See, the ARV has really nothing to do with repairs in the sense the way you think it does. Think of it in terms of you're trying to get a value after it's fixed up, after repair value. So if it's already been renovated or if it's brand new, then, if you're using my calculator, you're going to put something in there. So put $100 in there or whatever. But if you're just doing it on your phone or whatever, or in your head, just 70% or 80% or whatever number you're using, times that'll give you something to go by. A 30% discount off of a renovated house, maybe you want to include whatever you think you're trying to make off of it. That's going to generally get you in the ballpark of something that may be attractive to most investors, right? Or enough, let me just say that. So.
All right. This one came from Heavyweight Trucking. They said, I drive trucks. I see a lot of land and I got 4 numbers today. Then your info came across my screen. Get me out those trucks. What can he do?
He
Get
said,
him
I drive
out of
trucks.
those
I see
trucks.
a lot of land. I got 4 numbers today. Well, now on the trucking, Now, if it's near truck stops, I would be interested in that, and that could be for sale. Other than that, technically, we still like for the land to be off market. Well, I guess it doesn't really have to be. Well, as long as it's not on the internet for sale. Let me just say that. That's the biggest thing. That takes a lot of your superpower away as a wholesaler. Not impossible to put deals together that are already advertised, but it takes a lot of your superpower away when it's already being marketed or whatever. So, but trust me, my man. Well, just text the word mud. Text the word mud to this video. To this number, and that video will show you how you can find build and list of target landowners anywhere in the country. So.
All right. This one came.
That's all that is. That's all of that. But hotter if possible.
All right. This one came from Sheila. She said, "What do I do next? I've called and sent a card, and I still can't get any response. I received one card back saying that they were deceased."
What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah, that's I think I mentioned this before, the ancestry.com, finding relatives, that especially in probate situations, finding next of kin, especially if they are deceased, they may have been recently deceased. I'm not sure. Sometimes it takes 90 days to go through probate. Just in general. Now, some people have their state set up differently, but in general terms, it takes about 90 days to go through probate. So you can go call down to the courthouse and see what the status is on the probate and who the next of kin is, who are the heirs of the property, and you can contact them, or you can wait until it's out of the probate process, or you can always, I don't know how far you live from the house, but if it's going through probate and they're now deceased, they're going to be moving things and items out of that home if they plan on selling it. So you can always drive by. If you live pretty close, like if you're driving for dollars, put it on your route just to drive by the house, or put like a door tag on the property, because at some point somebody will come back by the house as well. But I would try contacting next of kin, getting their information, skip tracing their information, and then seeing if you can make contact that way.
Okay, cool. All right, this one says, "Hello all, truly appreciate your platform and education. Question, do you know of or have you used a company for insurance policy collateral loans?"
No one I could recommend.
I haven't, but I know that there's a guy, Chrome, I forget his name, but he pushes that a lot, and I know there's been a lot of investors that do use that. What I do know about it though is it's not just any insurance policy. You have to be very specific of what type of whole life insurance policy, and I would definitely say do some research with somebody that have done that before you get into that type of strategy.
All right. This one says, "How do you scrub lists against the DNC?"
Well,
I hire people. I don't do that.
well, yeah, that's just a Google search away. There's tons of services out there that do it for little or nothing. That's no big deal there. Whatever list you download, you can always scrub it against that.
All right.
I think Vaseline has a feature in there to do that for you.
Probably does.
I'm almost positive.
Let's see.
And that's money well spent too. If you have a really low budget, like what do you say, 12 cents or something to leave to do that? That's money well spent.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This one says, "I spoke with you yesterday about living close to a big metro area in Wisconsin. If I target the bigger cities around me, what can substitute for driving for dollars?"
Want to answer that, Kelly?
What can substitute for driving for dollars if you live in bigger cities? Text campaigns work really well for bigger cities. Typically, they get about, several calls a day. So I wouldn't necessarily say do cold calling just because they already have that going. But text messaging, and then is not really a substitute for driving for dollars because you still use your gas. But people are starting to door knock again, just because people are running away from like all the text, all the cold calling, and you know, but mailers and then paid advertisement still works to generate leads. But I would go with text. I think text messaging will probably be your most efficient way of time and inexpensive way of generating leads.
Okay. Mr. Ren G, let me know if you want to join the chat again. Can you give me a nod? A yes or a no? Okay. Hold on a second.
What would you suggest for larger? What do you do in larger cities? Because you were operating like Dallas and Houston, right?
Yeah. He said besides driving for dollars for someone starting out, well, yeah, you still can do your cold calling and text messaging. So just you got a lot of people that you could target. If you could give me an idea of how much money you have to work with, that'll go a long way. Also, what's your monthly budget? Not what you can just put into it one time. What will be a monthly budget that you can afford to spend on it if you're going to go that route?
All right, I'm gonna add him back to the chat. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, I'm back. Thank you. Listen, I sent that, oh, can you hear me? I heard a little static.
Back.
I'm hearing a little static. Is that me? I don't think okay, there you go. Yes, I sent that flyer. Did you get it? I sent it to the Flip Man.
Yeah, we're on live right now, so I can't check it right now.
Okay. Yeah, well, okay then. That's the reason I wanted you to check it out. I wanted to discuss it, but we discussed everything I need to know. So,
Right.
I'll bow out. I just wanted you to look at it, and you can whatever you know, the best thing you think I can do with that. I appreciate the feedback. All right.
No problem, sir.
All right. Okay. Yep. Now, if I can't get it off, we can think we can do 50-50. I don't know if it's worth it.
On the surface, those numbers don't work. I know we wouldn't be interested in at 20, 59.
Yeah. I know. That's
you need that house,
stuff.
man, like $5,000. You know, just from what you've told me.
All right. I see.
You know.
But what about the land that's next to it too? I mean, it counts for.
Normally, when you're dealing in a $60,000 neighborhood, the land you got to get that lot for like $500. They basically just you can't build on it. You know what I'm saying? That's going to make sense.
Okay. I see. All right.
It's very difficult to move lots in those areas.
It's a small town in Virginia, so I mean, it ain't like a big population place. So
never fall in love with a property. You know what I'm saying? But it's
you're right.
It's a learning experience. But something like that, boarded up, 60 ARV. You gotta get that something. Yeah, definitely under 10, but more like 5.
Yeah, I got you.
Chance of making some money.
All right. Okay. All right.
Depending on the square footage, that'll go along with it on too. But appreciate you joining us again.
All right. Appreciate your feedback. Thank you both.
Sir, no problem at all.
All right.
All right. We're gonna add Miss Charlie Montgomery. She's on the indicator room. Hello.
Hey.
All right, you're right. No,
That was great.
I'm ready. Oh man, it's an honor to be on here, Ty. I mean, you are awesome. The ladies are awesome. I appreciate your time.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just got my bandit signs, and I got a call. The guy lives in Louisiana.
Okay.
I just talked with him again today because I didn't have the bedrooms and the bathrooms and all that to get an adequate price for the ARV. The thing is, since he's in Louisiana, do I ask him to like take pictures? I don't have anybody. I'm just starting out, so I don't really know what to do as far as that part. As far as the pictures, you know, for
is this property local? So the owner lives in, you say Baton Rouge. Where are you? Where's the house?
I'm in Houston. In Houston. He's in Laplace, Louisiana.
That's how all the people I know from Houston act. So I'm used to
Yes,
it.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Lit. So, so my thing is, I got quotes from Realtor, Redfin, Zillow. 139 is the highest. Zillow says that it's the estimated value is 157. He wants 125.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm able to take a look at the house on the outside, but I don't know how I would be able to see what the inside looks like.
okay. Ideally, you want to find out that someone locally have access. That's the first question you'll ask him. If they don't, he's going to have to ship you a key. There's no way around it.
Ship me a what?
He's going to have to send you a key. He's going to have to overnight you a key, or okay, or send a key to someone that he trusts or whatever. So because you're going to have to access it not only for yourself but for potential buyers also.
Yeah.
But you got to figure that part out. Any suggestions, Kelly?
Yeah, so let me just back up. He lives in Louisiana, but how far is him and the property? What's the distance?
He lives in the property. He wants to come back to Houston with family. And
Oh, he's occupying the property right now.
he's in the property.
Oh, okay. Okay. So if he's occupying the property right now, it's two things. You would either have to plan a trip down there and go and visit yourself and walk the property yourself and negotiate everything then. Or you can link up with another wholesaler that's in that area and offer to JV the deal with them. And that kind of can get, you have to have someone that you trust, because if you don't have it under contract, right, you don't.
I'm new, brand new.
Or you can, there's a service, I haven't used them in a long time, but TaskRabbit, where you basically can send people out to do errands for you. And so you can basically tell the person, like, hey, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to the property at this time on this day, and then give them a list of what pictures you need them to take. Or the third thing is you can have the owner do it. Give them exact list of everything that you need them to take. Give them exact descriptions. Give them examples of the angles and examples of the pictures. Send that to them and do that. We've done that before, and they've sent, like, homeowners have sent over 90 photos, of every inch of their property. So if he's serious about selling his house, he shouldn't have a problem with taking photos of his own property and getting them all in the same angles. Go through it. If there's need to take any more, then you can tell him to take more. Tell him to take video as well of front, back, everything, and then that should get you what you need. And
so he's taking pictures of every room, every
angle of every room. Yes.
Okay. 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 Well, I guess that's where I need to start, where I can go. As far as the price, do you think what he's asking for? I mean, like I said, I haven't been able to do the ARV just yet, but do you think what he's asking for is too much for the place?
Based on the numbers you gave, he's in La La Land on that price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But that doesn't mean the deal can be dead, because if he wants to sell his house, then I would just go and link up with me being a realtor. I would just say, go and link with a realtor that often does pocket listings, so they don't have to list it on the MLS. That they work with a lot of investors, that they can, because a lot of times the realtors who work with investors, they are willing to pay more. They don't use the like us as wholesalers, us as these type of investors. We're a small group of wholesalers or investors that invest this way. Other investors, they're just looking at cash flow. If the cash flow numbers is there, they can make $200, $250, $300 a month, then it's a deal for them. So they don't really care what, if they're looking at it as, it's 137 and I get it for 120, then that they consider that a deal. They don't look at rehab costs and all the other things.
Okay. Well, he said he's tired of being there, so I'll see if I can work that out. I do appreciate you guys. Yeah. Thanks for all you do.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Boom.
Oh man, I forgot to say slabs. I forgot to ask if she riding. You know what that is?
What slabs?
Yeah. I mean, because it's houses. I like houses, but slabs in Houston means slow, loud, and banging. The cars.
Okay. Okay.
Women from Houston are laughing right now. Anyway,
Low, loud, and bang. I've done that.
slow,
Before.
loud. You know when they have like this, and then they have don't call them. It's not spokes, but the spinners. But they're not spinners. But they like they come out from the tire from the
Oh, I
rim.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
giving very much steel tipping.
You should go on YouTube and put in slow, loud, and banging, and then you'll get very educated on that part. On that.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, that's what's up. So,
Fun fact of the day.
yeah, I learned something again.
All right. I'm gonna answer some, and then I'm gonna add you to the chat, Aramis. I know he can hear us. Okay. Let me scroll back up. YouTube, don't be mad if I miss your question. I'm not trying to. Hold on. All right, this one says, do buyers bypass wholesalers / contracts and deal directly with sellers? Would someone ever say we don't need you for your contracts? Could they say we can do the deal without you?
Yeah, that's fine. There's plenty of them out there like that. They got lanes for everybody. But the good thing is more of them out there got sense that, at least the thinking that whenever someone brings you a deal, wholesaler or whoever, but we talk about wholesaling, money has literally fell out of the sky. It's a great real estate deal. Someone brings you a great real estate deal. Who would turn that down if the numbers work for you? You're dealing with an idiot. That is someone you don't want to deal with anyway. You're about dealing with people that see you as an asset to help them make money. If they don't get that, that's someone you don't want to deal with anyway. Am I missing something?
Right on point.
Period. If right now, okay, I'm going to start on the other side of it, but regardless, if I was selling phone cases, for every box of phone cases you bring me, I give you, I don't know, $100. And if I can make $700 off the box, we doing that every day and as many times as I can do it. I don't know where you're getting them from. Hopefully, they will come back on me, but just using that as an example. Huh?
You bring it to me at 50 cents, and I usually pay $1 for it.
Yeah. If you're dealing with someone that doesn't want you to get paid, that is someone you don't want to deal with. That question is a legitimate question, but just think about it. Okay, that's fine. You've already let me know there's no need for us to talk again. Period. Ain't about hiding from investors what I'm making. I want them to see what I'm making. If you have a problem with that, someone I don't want to deal with because we have agreed on a price that works for you. I didn't give you, that's the topic today, why I don't do assignment contracts, which is sort of like not what it really means, but you'll see in a minute. Well, I guess we can go into it because that question sort of sets up.
Wait, answer his first because he's been waiting a while.
Okay, wait, go ahead. All right.
Okay.
Well, before I go left.
You go on the
So let's go on and
soapbox.
get this man
I just
on.
saved you.
Yeah.
I'm about to add you to the stream.
All right.
Yeah, I was about to go left, man. They had to pull me off the ledge. I'm sorry.
We got to go to wholesale church in here.
I don't know.
He must can't hear you. Hey,
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey,
Yeah, I had
it.
it. Yeah. Excuse my face. It's a little dirty. I just got off work. But
Oh no, we can't. You look great, man. You ready for a cover up magazine? Let's get it.
what you say?
I mean, you ready for a cover of a magazine? You look great. Let's get it.
So
I had a seller. Well, I still got a seller. He got 2 properties. He got a portfolio of 23. I'm in Chicago. And he said he willing to let them all go. He said he'll give me 2. He'll let me get 2 on owner financing. And then after that, we'll just have to. He said if I do good with those 2, he'll let me trickle down and get the rest. But he not into selling all at once because the tax man. So, but the problem I'm having, I went to go see 4 of the properties yesterday, and they full guts. They need a full gut, like full rehab.
Oh, they don't. They appear. So they okay. All right, now that can be relevant. That could be not as big as a deal, depending on the neighborhood we're talking about as far as price, and what's the ARV, and then what's he asking for. Because they may look like trash, but they may not be trash. Whatever, based on ARV and what he's willing to pay for. So, have you done your due diligence on the ARV?
It's like it's kind of breaking up a little bit. I can't hear you that
good. We hear you great now. It was sort of echo on you, but you can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good now. It was like static, and I can hear you now. You asked what about the ARV?
Yeah, did you do your due diligence on the ARV on it?
Yeah, they one of them. So the 2 he offered me, because he said we're gonna start off with 2. So the 2 he offered me that he put on the table is like, okay, one of them like 180, and the other one like 160. But I got a local guy helping me out, so we was gonna go over the numbers a little later. But that was from my due diligence. That's what they was. Then the seller, he won't give out numbers. But from the first phone call he gave me, he was like, "Oh, I'll take 100,000 for that one. I'll take 80 for that one. I'll take 95 for that one." But then when we went to the table, I called the local guy in to help me. We went to the seller's house. He brought out his portfolio. He was like, "You guys just make up a contract and just email it to me." Oh, the guy, he like, "Just make up a contract, email it to me, and then we can come up with numbers from there."
Okay, so did you say you said the ARV was 160, 180, or that's what he was asking?
That's the ARV. 160
okay, and so
180.
All right, well then, hey, okay, so 160, 180, so they can be it depends on the square footage, but they can be in need of a lot of repair, and it can still be an attractive deal, assuming you can get them at prices that make sense. So just run your numbers, man. Ain't no guesswork in it or whatever. If these properties are not livable, we can run the numbers on them. We just need to know the square footage. You think we're going to use 160 as the number,
Okay.
as an ARV, and we backdoor. You just make the offer based on that. Now, if he's willing to own or finance, it's still, if he's a little pricey, it still can be salvaged, because even if you may not want to fool with the properties, you can set up the terms and still wholesale out those terms or whatever. So you just got to run your numbers. That's the main thing. You just got to be solid on your numbers and make the offer, because it could be a substantial payday if he's not in la la land, with his pricing.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. I didn't want to lose the relationship, but if he in la la land, then
yeah, you really don't want to stay off that planet. If they in la la land, let them have that. Ain't no relationship to have, because he may just not be motivated. There's plenty of people own plenty of real estate that I'll put it like in our definition of motivated. He's just not motivated to sell cheap or whatever. So, but you won't know. You make the offers. I don't have a shirt on today, but offers are free, man. Do your numbers and just make the offers. I would start out with 2 or 3 of them, and that'll let you know a long way on how serious he is about selling those at a significant discount. What do you think, Kels?
Yeah, just from I've never had a conversation with him, but just from the conversation that you're saying, it sounds like he has a dominant personality. So he's basically telling you how to do the deal, right? If you have a contract, we'll talk about numbers then. Oh, I'll take this for, without really going into details. So for those type of, and then he doesn't want to sell all of them because tax benefits. So for that type of personality, when you have a dominant personality, there's really no type of like convincing. There's no tagline that you can say, no closing statements. It all has to just be black or white. Give them your numbers. Go through all of everything you need to go through as far as your analysis. Go through the numbers, present the numbers to him, give him a couple of options, and then make him make the choice. Always put him in a seat of where he can drive it, because that's where you're going to get the deal done, is if he is in a position where he can drive the decision. So, but do your numbers, make sure they make sense, and then have him make a decision of which way he wants to go with it. I like the owner finance option that he gave you. I would do a lot of numbers around that and see what terms you can get on, especially if it needs work. That's very attractive for other investors. So I would definitely give him some numbers on that, but give him some black and white numbers with a couple of different options and have him choose what option. That's how you're going to win this particular investor over.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So, and I didn't know you can wholesale terms too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the help from both of y'all. Thank you.
No problem, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, now you can go with the topic on the deep end.
Topic is in play. Why I don't use assignment contracts. So we were going. Well, that thumbnail. I did a good job.
Yeah, you did.
You did a good job.
You did it. Yeah, that's a good.
You got sweat coming from the cheek and everything. I love that.
Look at that again.
Hey, that boy look nervous, don't he? I don't know which way to go. Oh boy. All right, so hey, that guy's amazing. The artist is amazing. But anyway, so what was I about to say? So they were talking about it. Well, for an investor don't want to do, they want to deal directly with the owner. So that sort of gets into your assignment fee. So why I don't use assignment contracts? All right. So I was taught from the beginning, like, not that you always go by everything you're taught, because I don't do everything my mama's told me not to do or whatever. So, but most stuff.
Right, she's listening.
Yeah. So when I was taught to do this by the great Ron LeGrand, from the bootleg course that I purchased, Ron, I'll pay you if I ever see you. Ron LeGrand is not dead.
No, I went to his office before. I met him before. Anyway.
Okay.
Years ago, almost 11 or 12 years ago. Yep.
Are you talking about Carter Chiefs? Not Ron LeGrand. You're talking about Carter Chiefs. Ron is still kicking as far as I know. But anyway, so he said that don't do assignment contracts, because if you send over, now both work. Let me make that clear here. Don't send over an assignment whenever you're negotiating with a buyer. Okay, let's go through the process. People assume I know what I'm talking about. I assume people know what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going through the process. So you find a great real estate deal, you put it in the contract. So now you're looking for a buyer. So you can get paid one or two ways. You can double close on it, or you can assign. I pretty much always assign, right? All right, sign the contract. What that means is that I'm basically giving up my right or my position to buy that house to someone else. That's called an assignment of contract. So you're paid an assignment fee to give up those rights. So that's why it can be 4 figures, 5 figures, 6. There's no limit on it. Okay, so it's just whatever you and the buyer agree upon. So if you submit over, I think I explained this yesterday, and that's how this topic came about. But if say you were going to make, you had in your mind, you had a property under contract for $100,000, and you want to make $15,000 on it, right? The numbers worked out. It's an attractive deal. You got multiple buyers, bidding on it. So whenever you're reaching out to, whenever buyers reach out to you, you say, well, my assignment fee is $15,000. So guess what? The people negotiate. Now, sometimes the property can be so hot, and people say, yeah, I'll pay that. Don't even trip on it. They will say the house, I got under contract for 100. My assignment fee is 15. So basically, they're paying 115 for it. In a nutshell, what it's going to cost them to purchase it. So they may not even trip about it and just move on. But in a lot of cases, they're going to try to negotiate that fee. knowingly negotiating your money. Knowingly negotiating your money. Okay, so if you present just the assignment fee up front, that's what you want to make, that's what they're going to negotiate, right? Okay, but let's do it another way. So you got a contract with the seller for $100,000, but you market the deal or that contract for $125,000. Even though you're going to be happy with 15, you added on another 10 for negotiating reasons, if nothing else. But guess what? Sometimes you'll have buyers that'll pay that 125, like, wow, I didn't expect to get that. You know, because they negotiated based on that price working for them. Nah, we ain't gonna use that. No. They're paid that 125 because that's the price that works for them, right? And so, but now let me just say that it can flip on you too, in the sense that your assignment fee can still be negotiated through, even if you're promoting a price. You may ask for 125, but you got somebody say, hey, I can close as soon as we get a clue title. I can close, I'll put up $2,500 earnest money in your hands, but I can only do 108, and we can, today Wednesday, we'll close Monday. My guys will get it done by Monday. I probably would do that, especially someone I never did a deal with before. If they can make stuff happen that fast, that's a relationship that I probably need to have, right? So I made only 8 at that point. So it can go the other way too now, just not cut and dried. I was going to make 15 on it. But what my point is, what if I had that same property? He said 108. I promoted it at 125, but I actually had that property on the contract for $50,000. That's still a $58,000 payday or whatever. So they can trip that they still see you make 58,000, just using that as the number. But in most cases, most people understand they're reasonable. Hey, the 108 works for me, right? I know what I'm going to make on. Guess what? This guy may send me another deal. Who knows how much money he and I will make together, because I let him make what he was going to make, because the numbers work for me. Again, you're going to always have what I consider unreasonable people, and they're going to want not to let they feel like they should dictate how much that deal is worth or how much your efforts are worth. They don't know what you went through to get that deal. Sometimes deals come really easy. It may just be from you finding a wholesaler's deal, finding a buyer for it. That really didn't cost you nothing but time. But sometimes you may have just spent $15,000 on a marketing campaign, right? So you never know what you didn't spend to get that deal. But again, it should be irrelevant. As I explained before got cut off, is if I'm just selling phone cases, if I know I can make if I can get a box of phone cases for $100, I can profit $700, and the source that I'm using, yeah, he may have only gotten the box for $10. I don't care. I'm still making that $600 profit. I'm going to do that as many boxes he can bring me. Who doesn't get that? Am I missing something, Kelly?
No, that's business. That's what you call being in business.
Yeah. Win, win, win. If I'm happy with the price, regardless of what you got the product or service for, it shouldn't matter how much I make. If I'm happy with the price that you and I negotiated, I want somebody that please tell me what am I missing? So my point is, so that's why I don't use assignment contracts, is because even though I'm still going to get paid an assignment fee, you say, well, how can that be so if you're not going to use assignment contract? Now, sometimes you will have a title company or a closing attorney that they still want that document in the chain. And so normally when that happens, I'll just tell them, and it's rare, it's on I think on one hand. I said, just prepare that closing and we'll sign it. If you just got to have that in the paper trail, just have it prepared at closing and we'll sign it. My buyers already know what I'm going to make. They normally send a hub the day before anyway for approval. or whatever. So, so just prepare. But how I get paid still an assignment fee is you have contract A with the seller for 100, contract B with the buyer for, we'll just use 115. So that difference of those two contracts is the assignment fee. So I have a document that I give away. If you text the word close, I call it my closing detail sheet that breaks all of that down for a title company or a closing attorney, escrow company. Who's the seller, who's the buyer, the price, the address, obviously, who's paying what, who's receiving what, namely your assignment fee, who's paying closing costs, comment section to explain or how to contact you or whatever. It works. It works. Again, the other way works also. I'm just telling you why Tyrone doesn't do it. I was trained. That's how I apply the training and teach people to do it too. Let them negotiate a price instead of knowingly. They're still negotiating your fee, but they don't know what your fee is, or they don't know what you have it on the contract with the seller for. They'll eventually know or whatever, but during the important part, when you're actually negotiating the deal, they don't know. And whenever I buy, some buyers are like, can you send me the contract over with your buyer? Huh? You're not serious, are you? No. You'll eventually be able to see it, but after we agree, hey, this is what we're going to do.
All right. This question is contract related. They said after we get the contract and we have that 10-day inspection or whatever, what is the wholesaler supposed to do? Go to the property to inspect it myself? So what do you do after you get it under contract?
Well, that could go either one way, Kelly, right? You could have viewed it before you did the contract or after. You want to comment?
Yeah, during that 10-day inspection period. Now, it does depend if this is your first deal versus if this is a deal you've done a couple of times. If it's your first deal, you want to go ahead and hopefully you have some buyers already set up. Go ahead and I like to do it just all on one day. Have them meet you at the property and go have them walk the property themselves and look at the property. Or you can hire an inspector to go out and inspect the property for a fee, or you can have now this is if you have a good relationship with a GC, like a general contractor, have them go out and say that you're looking to get quotes and have them give you a quote on what it would be to rehab the property. So there's several different things you can do in a 10-day inspection, but the biggest thing that you want to do is just make sure that the number and everything that you discuss is actually what the condition that the property is in. And you can do that by either going ahead and just cutting straight to the point and having your buyers come out there, having a licensed and certified inspector, and then sharing that inspection report with your buyers as you're marketing it, or have a general contractor come out and quote you on it. But that's the purpose of the 10-day inspection period, is to find anything that you didn't know about that could drastically change the price, to have that go through and to make sure that you have some interest. I would prefer you already have some buyers on waiting for that type of property so you can go ahead and have them and walk the property.
All right. Someone had asked earlier, like when you inspect the house yourself, what kind of things are you looking for?
Go, Kelly.
I do not suggest you do that if you've never really had a lot of experience in homes and knowing what you're looking for. I really would just say take as many pictures and photos so you can send it to someone that knows. But if you're going to the property, you want to look at the roof first before you get out. You want to look at the roof and you want to see like basically if there's any bubbles, like if there's any lifts in the roofs all the way around it. You want to look at the wood. If it's a wood house, you want to see if there's any rot in the wood. And you just want to kind of eyeball it and see if you can see if what condition the wood is, the trim is around the house. You want to go into each bathroom and you want to look underneath the sink and see if there's any active drips or leaks. You want to run the faucets, run the tubs, and flush the toilets at least 10 times just to see if there's anything that you can hear or visually see as far as any type of leaks, water damage. You also want to look at all the flooring and seeing if there's any water damage around dishwashers, sinks, anywhere where there's plumbing at. And then you want to look, obviously it's a certified person that can tell you whether it's foundation issues. But if you see any large cracks, I think the rule is like 3/8 of an inch. If you see like a wide crack in anywhere in walls, you want to take note of that. And then you just want to, ask. Honestly, the seller actually would tell you as much if they are living in the property, or if they're a hands-on landlord, they can probably tell you more than what you ever could find. And then you want to just get all the model numbers of HVAC systems, and you want to get a picture of the electrical panel to see what type of electrical is already in place, and what the HVAC system, what model. So then you can find out the year, if it's been serviced, all of that stuff, because that's roof, electrical, plumbing, HVAC is one of the biggest budget killers for anything. Like replacing one of those things would take out a huge chunk of your budget. So you just want to make sure you have that a good understanding of what condition those things are in. Anything you have to add? Did I miss something? I feel like I missed something because I didn't have my notes.
We need to wrap this up.
Okay.
All right, guys. Kelly, we're about to round it up. Tell folks how they can holler at y'all.
Yes. Be sure. I have a special announcement coming this week, so I'm very excited about. But yeah, make sure you're following me on Kels at always. That's KELSALLWAYS. If you are looking to get into more of new construction, and then I won't tell it right now, but the other stuff right now. But if you're looking to get a new construction investing, and dealing more with building and how you can rehab, full gut your houses, be sure to follow me. I'll be showing a lot more of that, so you can get educated and you'll know how to be a part of the big century flip that we're in right now.
Boom. So, all right, guys. So if you didn't get your questions answered, post them in the comment section of any of our YouTube videos, and answer those on a daily basis. This will go in the replay mode on all of these platforms. The best experience is on YouTube, in my opinion. Nothing else. Had a great show, and we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Follow us on Pinterest.
Okay.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know 205-964